Hi Sam, thanks for sending the videos through too. Just going to run through a couple of things that we see now in this this sequence of swings. You said from the video, or said from the message, that the ball was sort of kind of flying a bit all over the place with the driver, mainly left, mainly pulley shots, and with the odd occasional slice in there for good measure. So first thing I want to sort of pinpoint really in terms of your takeaway. Now the setup isn't too bad. Okay, posture's pretty good. Arms hanging down from the shoulder there nicely. Grip position's okay, it's on the slightly strong side of neutral, but the fact you're not hooking it is not a problem, and if anything, the bad job being a slice, we're not going to change that. So overall, not too bad sort of stance in terms of the dress position. Okay, the first thing we look at now, this is going to be the key thing for you to kind of focus on, is that left arm movement away from the body. Okay, your arms away from the ball. You can see as that club goes back here now, if we sort of stop the club back here, you just clear that. Okay, you can see a bit of daylight now between your left arm and your chest. Your left arm is kind of moving out this way. As a result, your golf club now has to go back in this way. And what that will often do, if the left arm works out and away from the chest, the club gets a long way stuck behind you and often can get sort of fanned open with that movement of the left forearm. So if the club starts working in this way, a little bit kind of flattened behind you, as a result of that now, club gets a little bit low. We're in sort of a club pointing to the sky position here now, going a little bit strong as we can see, face of the club now pointing up to the sky, and that left arm now a little bit low. So from here now, there's one or two things you can do. You can either drop it back on that inside and get one kind of going there and get a big slinging, raking hook, but more often than not, what you'll find people tend to do is kind of redirect the golf club back into a different position, and then they're forced to kind of use their hands to catch up. So as a result of that club then coming back a little bit sort of from the inside and flat position here now, as a result you'll see more on the right hand side. If we watch your body movement on the next slide, again bit sort of left, you see almost left arm first move there, so just in your left arm, little twitch over your elbow and bicep, was pushing the club away with that first movement, and that gets that club sort of stuck behind you. Now as you start coming back into the golf ball, if we watch this position here now, you kind of get very much stuck. The left shoulder now can't really sort of clear and rotate. Your left hip's kind of stuck at position, and you watch your body now as you come in, your head actually starts moving kind of almost back in this direction away from the golf ball. Now from this position here now, one or two things happen. One, you'll kind of just flip your hands at it, and there's kind of the low pulley hooky one, okay, or the pulley one. Okay, and obviously strike wise will be affected in the golf ball from so far back this way, or you'll kind of hang on to it, and you'll see something on some of your shots of your left elbow there sort of pulling up and quite high away from the body, keeping the club face open, and there's kind of your cut. So what you kind of got into is a bit of a negative position on the way back, both in terms of takeaway on top of the backswing, and then you're kind of forced to react to what the golf ball's going, or the golf club's doing, to try and figure out where that ball's going to go. Hence the reason why you're inconsistent, and it's just been magnified more with the longer club. When you put a sort of 7-iron, 8-iron in your hand, no problem. Chances are as well, being more upright with your 7-8 iron, the club's going back a little bit straight. It's not going to be going back so much so sort of whipped on the inside here. Just because you're going to be more on top of the golf ball, it'll be more natural to go back straighter. So if we can work on just your left arm position, and ideally speaking, if you can sort of get even some practice swings at home, what we're looking for is kind of this position here now, that left arm kind of being into the chest. Now you can see the shaft there now, it's kind of like a double blur there unfortunately with the camera, but the left arm at this position now needs to be a little bit more into the body, and the club would need to be a little bit more out in front of you, kind of working up in a better position. That's going to help you get the club set in a much more efficient position, shall we say, and enable you now to deliver the golf club back to the ball, certainly on a more sort of efficient path and square club face. So if you can work on that left arm position, I'll try and get a video through to you now of me kind of demonstrating that as best I can, to show you what we're looking for. I'll exaggerate what you're doing, and therefore exaggerate what we want to try to feel. Now it's not sucking the left arm, and I just want to be clear on that. We're not sort of doing the older T-Rex golf swing or the sort of towel under your arm sort of sensation, really sort of sucking them in. But if you just think when you stand vertically or stand normal, your left arm kind of hangs down by your side, it kind of rests against your sort of your bicep and your chest, they're sort of one together. As you swing that golf club away, they kind of want to go in harmony, in unison together, not the left bicep pushing out and causing that club to get in that position that we've discussed. So I hope that all makes sense. Obviously any questions, feel free to give me a shout, and please do send any other videos through with kind of the adjustments you're trying to make. As I say, I'll try and get a video through to you now with the positions we're trying to create, and then hopefully it all makes sense and tie things together. So as I said, any questions, give me a shout, Sam, and I'll catch up with you soon. Cheers, mate.